let's be real. Let's be real, right? If you're consistently showing a woman like all this mushy compliments and wondering why she seems less interested in you over time, then I need you to stop what you're doing right now, because what I'm about to tell you today, after loads of research, today I'm about to talk to you and show you a technique that's going to flip everything you think upside down about attraction. When we discuss attraction, you're going to now know exactly what we're talking about. Most guys think that being consistently nice, consistently giving endless validation, consistently giving endless compliments, is the way for, to a woman's heart. That's the way to a heart, just continuously, making sure she's fully aware that how beautiful and how amazing she is. But what I've discovered through thousands and thousands of interactions is that this is actually kills attraction faster than anything else. And the next 10 minutes, maybe longer because you're dealing with me, I'm going to break down the push-pull technique that will literally make women start chasing you instead of the other way around. Other way around. And I need you all to understand. You have to make women understand your value as a man. Women have their own value. They have a high value, and that's why you're watching this video. But I need you to understand, after you stick around, I'm going to show you the exact words you can use today that's going to help you create instant emotional tension. Let's get busy. So, one thing I wanted to say, everything that I tell you today, I need you guys to understand. Don't just listen to one or two, listen to all of them, because if you miss some of the other ones, this is not going to be a successful video for you. And then you guys are going to be still hunting for the truth. And the truth is in this video. The truth is in this video. It's in this video. So look, first off, the real problem is when you're consistently telling her you are beautiful every day. That is a problem. That is such a problem. That is such a problem. You got to remember, when you're consistently giving compliments every single day, you have to understand this technique. And I'm going to explain that to you right now. If you give one compliment, then playfully take it back. You're cute. You're cute for a Sunday. Jokingly, right? What this does, it causes a little tension. Did he really mean that? Did he really mean that? Man, my cousin, boy, when I come this way, my cousin be having the super drinks, the super big cups. But you all need to understand that being playful with a woman is also good. Being playful with a woman is also good. And then it gets in her mind and says, oh man, is he thinking I'm cute? But you got to remember, value is less. Excessive is more. When you do too much of anything, it's not good. It's not good. right? So remember, when it comes to compliments, be jokey sometime, but don't always use compliments, right? Another problem is, always being available when she texts, or she calls you, right? You have to make sure you balance that well, right? Respond when it's convenient. Respond when it's convenient. Other times, just, sometimes, respond enthusiastic. When you first get it, respond enthusiastic. But then the other time, respond hours later. See, you guys would be like, man, I don't want to be playing these games. Well, it's not really games. You're not playing games. What you're doing is you're setting the tone to her understanding that everything is not going to be her way. You got to remember, you both have value. I'm just showing you how to take advantage of yours, right? Another problem is agreeing. Just agreeing with everything she says. When you agree with a woman with everything, you're really saying that you don't have your own value. Oh, but Fifth, what if I vibe with her? What if I vibe with her, Fifth? There's nothing wrong with vibing with a woman. There's nothing wrong with it. But you need to understand that you need to know that disagreeing on small things and then find common ground later, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But of course, that's push and pull, push and pull, push and pull technique, all right? So I know that when I'm saying some things, it's going to sound different than you guys. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not going to give you the exact words on how to say things. Sometimes I want to make sure that you guys are finding your own way in doing some of these things. But you have to know that being a person who's agreeable is not attracted to a woman. Being nice, there's nothing wrong. You're supposed to be nice to the woman. You're supposed to be nice to her. But that doesn't mean you need to be agreeable. That doesn't mean that at all, right? Showering her with too much nonstop attention too is never good. You give attention, then focus on your own activities with your friends, your hobbies, or whatever that may be. You want to make sure you give her enough, but you're not giving her everything, because ultimately you are setting the tone to how the relationship is going to go. You know what I mean? You don't want to do anything less than that. Another problem is never creating any tension with conversations, right? You don't have to tease her about something. You have to find tease her about something. Then immediately be a little sweet. Then immediately be sweet. There is a way to communicate and be in a way. There's a way of doing things. And I'm telling you how to do it now. And you have to balance these out. Because if you don't balance them out, she will run you over. Right? Another thing is being predictable in your responses. Being predictable in your responses. For prime example, when she send you good morning, you send a good morning back. What you doing later? Oh, nothing. It's just always the same old robotic responses, right? Be warm for one moment and then slightly distance the next. But again, switch it up. Don't always be predictable. If you're predictable, I promise you, she will run through you like nothing before. She will run through you like nothing before. Right? So don't be predictable. Don't be predictable. A lot of you are so predictable when it comes to everything. What clothes you wear, how you touch her, everything. Everything. Another thing is when you're trying to impress her, that is unattractive to a woman, right? So what you want to do is you want to show interest, act like, and I don't want to use the word act, just show a little interest, and you want to show her that she's worth your time. But if she's not, you got to remind her right in that moment that she's not worth this time based upon how she's received, how her behavior is. Remind her of her behavior in that moment. Don't be a person who is always trying to be right, meaning being right to a sense of it's okay. So let me explain. You want to make sure that you're not trying to impress her consistently. Just show interest. Make sure that she understands that your interest is there, but then you also want to let her know when her behavior is not acting accordingly. That's what I meant. All right? When you're a person also, this is another problem. When you're a person also initiating all contact for any situations, any physical touch, any conversation, any text message, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're that person, stop that now. You want to be the one to reach out sometimes. Other times, let her come to you. Let her come to you. If you want to see your value, just sit back and watch. Just sit back and watch, and you'll see your value really quick. And a lot of you men are afraid of that. Y'all are afraid to really know what your value is. When you stop talking to her, let's see. Let's see your value then, all right? Another thing is being overly accommodating to her, whatever her schedule is. Whatever her schedule is, if you're overly accommodating, that ain't gonna never work. That right there says you're too available and you don't have your nothing. That's, if you don't have your priorities, your purpose, and if you're not on your purpose or doing things like that, it shows up when you're always available for a schedule. Make plans, then occasionally, make plans. But then also too, sometimes on the back end, hey, you're getting too busy, you got to let her know, man, we got to hang out another time. You have to take care of your purpose. You have to check in with you. You have to make sure you're the person that's supposed to be taking care of this stuff. Like for yourself. Don't be a person that can't do these things for yourself. Right? And then last but not least, giving her emotional validation 24/7. See, what you do is, most of y'all men validate her sometimes, or even a lot of times, all the time. But I challenge you this. Don't always validate her. Don't always validate her points. She can validate herself. And the reason why is because you don't want to become this emotional bore that she comes always to crying and whining to. Only on the big time things. Only on the big time things. There's big time things that you're supposed to take care of your woman with. But most of the time, man, you can't be out here taking care of your woman in all these validations. We just can't do that. We can't do that. So I really want you guys to take a look at this push and pull technique. Give a little, take a little, give a little, take a little. But it's just one piece of the puzzle. When it comes to creating real attraction with high quality women, if you're tired of being the guy who always chases and never chase back, you're definitely not alone. If you're done being boring, right? If you're done being boring, having boring conversations that lead nowhere, and you want to learn the complete system that I use consistently, continuously with all my clients, and it's very successful with women, you need to, for one, type in the comments that you watched it to the end and you want your life to change, and I'm gonna get at you. If not, you can hit me up at Mr1950.com, or you can join my membership, gatewaytogame.com, right? Remember, this isn't a theory. These are the exact strategies that's been tested in real life and gets real results. So I need you to be serious. I need you to be serious, and I need you to come change your life with Mr. 1950. Get at your boy. Peace.